I play Ramesses II. I play essentially in terms of the story of Moses, Book of Exodus. I play Pharaoh, who, according to historians, most likely would have been Ramesses II. And there's a very rich relationship, very complicated relationship. It's antagonistic, but it's not just purely antagonistic. It's filled up with a lot of love, which I think makes for a greater dynamic and dramatic explosion between two characters. It's an arrogance, really. What it says is a lot about characters: decadence, power, selfishness. I mean, just over the top decadence. Putting it all together as one package, like, and then walking onto these incredible sets. You know, Arthur Max, his set design. So, you know, and this speaks largely, or in a larger sense, to my whole love of filmmaking. Is you get all these amazing people who are separately excellent at the thing that they do. So a lot of big physical set pieces. I mean, massive amounts of chariots, you know, galloping across sand plains and passing very treacherous mountainous areas with vistas, beautiful vistas, you know. There were 1,500 people. We were shooting the battle sequence in Almeria, the Battle of Kadesh. 1,500 people on the set. Extras, cast, crew, you name it, everybody. And I mean, just feeding all those people and hydrating them because it's kind of hot there, you know, it's so massive. And what's interesting is that the center of the whole thing, or the apex of that triangle, is Ridley, and he seems comfortable the bigger things are. He seems more comfortable the more things that are around. Christian brings, I mean, apart from an incredible instinct as an actor and an ability to transform and to really not just wear a costume, but deeply, I think, inhabit the parts that he plays in a way that goes a little further than a lot of people ever have access to. John Turturro plays Seti, my father, and again, an incredibly intelligent man. I mean, you know, and a very interesting guy. I mean, he has this incredible acting career and quite a full and interesting, fascinating, actually, kind of directing life. Incredible sense of humor, very intelligent. He very quickly became a very dear friend of mine. I like him a lot. He's a very exceptional human being. And the most we really got to do on screen is, you know, when Christian and I are having a few kind of moments here and there. You know, Aaron's pointing an arrow at my head. So Sigourney is a wonderful lady and a wonderful actress, and also a very smart lady. I think I started to realize that across the board, everybody that Ridley had gathered were just a really thoughtful and very intelligent bunch of actors. He's one of my favorite actors, that guy. I mean, such an electric, energy to him. and he's played some of the most softest, endearing characters, and one clearly of the most malevolent, dangerous characters I've ever seen. And the latter I'm referring to Sexy Beast. And everything in between. I mean, God, you know, even his double turn in Iron Man 3, which is just brilliant. So yeah, I regret not having gotten to do anything with him on screen. Look, obviously I was very attracted to working with Ridley. It's been on my mind for for a very long time. I mean, as a fan of his movies as a kid is one thing, but then later when I became an actor, I remember when Kingdom of Heaven came around, I remember doing my first sort of sender tape off to Ridley with the hope of working with him. And ever since then it became this slightly real possibility, but never really came around properly until this movie.